Ito po yung data structure natin. So, select ko as new project. So, ito po yung nasa template codes natin pero you can just redefine these codes. So, I will select NCP. And we will just go for the settings first. So, as you can see, ito po yung code natin. So, for concrete, so you can just select this. So, ito po yung mga various code natin dito. So, we have ACI 318, so ito yung ginagamit natin pero may ni-redefine si developer mismo for NSCP. So for the steel, so ito yon. So ito yung supposed to be yung if na NSCP is a reference of ASCE. So may ni-redefine lang siya ng NSCP. And for the wind load, so may ASCE din dito. So you can use NSCP also. And for the earthquake, UBC 1997 or yung we define ni developer. So, in our columns, so ito yung settings natin sa columns natin. So, puntaan lang natin dito. So, if you're designing, so may pattern po dito kung ano yung gusto mong pattern sa result after the analysis or the design. So, in the walls, so for our shear walls, so ito po yung rebar pattern natin. For the beams, may various rebar pattern po tayo dito sa beams. So, kung ano po yung economical din, then yun din po yung pipiliin natin. So, first pattern is a bend up pattern. So, ito yung bend up pattern 2, pattern 1, standard pattern 2, standard pattern 3, standard pattern 4, standard pattern 5. So, si standard pattern 5, naka-indicate siya dito compatible with Indian standards. So, in standard pattern 6, so, Thailand and Philippine standards. So, actually, pwede naman to lahat as long as you follow the seismic detailing and so on. So, may various pattern dito. So, kung ano yung mas economical, so, yun yung gagamitin natin. So, for practical usage. So, yung first gagawin na natin is we will go to the building setup. So, dito, you can redefine the story. So, first yung gagawin ko muna is yung, ito lang muna, 3 meters. Bali, yung difference po kasi nito, unlike sa stud is, kung titignan nyo yung flow natin ng technology, so, we are already past the digitalization. So, if you are referring to digitalization, it is the transition of our manual drafting to AutoCAD. Pero since we are now in adopting ng BMM, we are already adopting automation. So automation means is already automated. So instead of manual drafting, we have already defined a member or is specific ID. For example, in AutoCAD, so we are using lines, offset. So we are all of the drafting we did is all based on lines. But if you're using BIM, so specific, my character or my ID mismo, like columns and beams, so you are identifying each member component in your structure. So we are adapting automation So, same as in Rivet. So, as you can see, naka-story height po tayo ng 3 meters. So, structural system RC, may foundation depth po siya na ito. So, first yung gagawin natin, set up mo yung elevation mo, punta ka sa modeling, and set up mo yung grid lines mo. So, ito yung grid lines is 5 meters by 3. So, from vertical and horizontal. So, ito lang yung gagamitin ko for example muna. Ito yung 3D. So, gawin ko lang ito para makikita nyo. So, yung in photo structure, so, you're not using the node transition or instead you're using your grid lines. So, if you select this column, ito yung properties natin. So, gagawin ko lang itong 300 by 300. So, nakasnap na siya sa grid line mo. Bakit hindi lumabas yun? 300 by 300. Okay. Wait muna ha. Ito yung lalabas sa 3D. So, nakasnap na siya. Or pwede mo lang itong i-drag. Ganyan pala yung proper view niya. So, ito yung column natin. Column natin. So, I will do first the slab. So, activate ko muna tong load combination natin. So, pwede mo itong sa Sysmic, you can use your RSA or Spectrum. Ito po yung load combination. So, iniuna ko yung slab para makita nyo yung load pattern. So, ito yung kanina yung thickness. So, if gagawin ko tong 500, yung thickness, nag-update yung self-width niya. So, gagawin kong 100, nag-update na siya from 2.5. So, yung dead load input mo dito is yung mga MEP, yung mga for the ceiling. So, for the imposed load dito, you can just right click and select kung anong category. Let's say residential private. So, ito po yung load. Pero, you need to verify this on your NECP if tama ba. So, for corridors, I think this is 4.8 yung nasa NECP. So, gagawin ko lang light. So, ito. So, pwede mo lang tong i-drag. So, yung dimension siya dito lang. Ito na yon. So, mas madali yung modeling niya. May question po ba regarding sa modeling natin?
No questions naman po, engineer.
Ito yun for one story. Pero yung nakabase siya sa elevation 3. So, kung i-click mo tong 0, drop siya dito. So, yung foundation depth kanina, dito, is ito, 1.1 meters. So kung gagawin to kung 5 meters to, so ito na yung update ng model mo. So basically, ah hindi mo siya iisahin yung lahat ng column mo if may changes ka regarding for your foundation. Gagawin ko, let's say 800 na lang. So ito yun. Since this, at 3 meters, since di ako naglagay ng second floor, so I will try to run the analysis. So for the seismic parameters, ito yun. So seismic zone 4, zone 2. So select zone 4 since hindi tayo sa Palawan. So seismic zone type, let's select not less than 6.5, and so my closest distance to source tayo. So ano yung malapit na fault line? So you can check your pwede mo i-check yung location ng building mo on fault finder, or I mean hazardhunter.com. So nandun na yun lahat. So your category, so standard occupancy. So for still yata to. Still concrete moment resisting frame. So in selecting the R value, so you are dictating your building. So importante ito, if you are designing a base frame or a moment resisting frame. So ikaw po yung didikta kung ano yung i-design mo sa building with respect to its R value. So dito po sa baba, sa ground source type, so yung kailangan mo dito is yung soil investigation ni geotechnical engineer. May factor naman dito. Pero as much as possible, kung ano yung ibibigay ng soil test ni geotechnical engineer, yun din yung gagamitin mo. And ito po yung response spectrum natin. So, response spectrum it is a dynamic analysis. So, ganito kasi yan, if you have a torsional irregularity on your building at hindi mo siya maisosolve, so sometimes it's because na hindi siya symmetrical. So, nagka-create siya ng torsional effect. So, it's better to use dynamic analysis on that. Once you select this, okay, punta muna ako dito. So, may damping ratio po tayo. Number of vertical modes. So sa settings, ito yung results. So, yun na. May sismic na tayo. Select mo lang yung lahat. And you will go to analysis.